everyone. Today I'm going to be doing an analysis rant of Shion and Kevin's relationship from Xenosaga. And if you have not played Xenosaga, you don't know what's going on or anything. You're probably going to be confused or really spoiled to it. Oh, and frog plushie, kitty plushie. I got them recently. Yay. I'm going to be doing a huge rant on why I hate the relationship, why I think it's not a healthy relationship, and why Shion is better off with Alan, even though she treated him like shit to go off with her dead douchebag boyfriend. Okay, I'm not going to get any further into that till later on in the video, so. Okay, point number one I have to bring up before we get anywhere with this rant. Kevin is a douchebag. There's no hiding it. You can see in his flashbacks he's a douchebag. He was a douchebag as a kid. He's just a lot better at hiding it as an adult than he, is as a kid. And you know him and Shion, met as children because he works, with her dad. He is the reason, most of the shit that goes down in Xenosaga happens. He is the reason. At least not for, the URTVs. I will probably rant about them in a later video because I got a lot to say about them, but far more positive than I do about Shion. He is the reason the Gnosis were summoned because he indirectly caused, Shion to, freak out because the Realians, they kill her dad, they kill her mom, and this is the reason she hates Jin so much, is that she thinks that he didn't try to save her, parents, anything, and she thinks he should have done something when in reality he saved her ass. I'm just saying it's not a very good reason in retrospect. So I think mainly Shion is just in love with the person she thinks he is. He's not this perfect person that he tries to put himself off so he can get with her. He's a really douchebaggy person. He's working with the main antagonist. Yeah. I don't think it's healthy because she never really, I don't know if she ever knows that, he's this person, he's, this really douchebaggy person or anything. I don't think she really ever got to know the person he really was. So, there's that aspect of it. Second, I think Kevin is basically, in the third game, he's a controlling douche who really isn't, who's, in it for himself. He didn't ever think to, he never stopped and think, hey, how is this going to affect Shion? How is this going to affect, the person I'm in love with? Is she going to be sad? She's going to be sad. I mean, she was in love with him. She's very, very obviously in love with him, so he never thought, about her, how this choice he's making on his own is going to affect her psyche in the future. So, obviously, I think he's just in it for himself, for his own needs or anything. And bringing Alan into the equation, since he's a very huge part of this love triangle, he's in love with Shion. I think Alan is not a jerk. Alan, never tries to put himself off as better. He's just this nice, caring guy that genuinely loves and cares for Shion. And I think that, after, Shion found out, what Kevin did, Kevin is the reason the Gnosis are summoned. Kevin is the reason, shit goes down. Kevin is the reason Shion is in the messed up psychological state that she is. So if I was Shion, what I would do is just say, hey, you killed my family, you're the reason I'm a fucked up mess that I am now. I'm going off with the guy who actually genuinely loves me. That wouldn't, go off and get killed without without thinking about the consequences it was going to have on Shion. Because he knows, I'm pretty sure Kevin knows that her parents are dead. She's in a fucked up state of psychologicalness. I know that's not a word, but just pretend it is for now. So it seems like he doesn't care, Kevin doesn't care, he's just in it for himself. Alan genuinely cares about her, Alan wants to be with her, and Alan is a genuinely nice guy. He's not trying to, be this perfect person. He just is how he is, and he's just trying to be himself around her and, genuinely care for her because he is genuinely in love with her. So, there's that aspect of it. I think the main problem I have with the relationship with Kevin and Shion is that I hate both of the characters. And I hate Shion because I think she makes some really stupid decisions in the series. like going off with Kevin, like she basically just turned her back on the party and just said, hey, you don't give a shit about me, he does, so I'm leaving you, even though it's the cause of all my psychological issues, which I think is a big problem in general, because I think if I was in her shoes, like, yes, I would be devastated that my fiance wasn't this perfect person I thought he was, but why would I, like, go with someone who I didn't clearly know? Because, like, every relationship has to have some level of trust, and it's obvious that Kevin didn't have any trust for her if he's not going to be, if he's just, like, trying to make himself seem better than he really is, which I think that's what he was doing the whole time. So I think she should have went off with Alan, who clearly cared about her and wasn't trying to be something that he's clearly not. But that is just my opinion on the thing. Third off, I don't see, like, this is basically going to be a Shion rant, but, like, at the end of the game, after everything is said and done with her and Kevin, she cries out his name. She's not, like, crying out Cosmos, who she obviously cares about in, like, a motherly way, like, Cosmos is, like, they have a mother-daughter relationship. She cries out for Kevin, and I think she, like, she's just hopelessly clinging on to the only person she thinks is going to save her, like, just hopelessly clinging to the first person she knows is going to help her, and I don't think that's healthy or, like, advisable at all in this situation. And I mean, Kevin has basically, I think Kevin is, like, has manipulated with her emotions from, like, the very first day. That's just my opinion. I hate this pairing. I hate it so much. Roddy again. And yeah, that's a lot of why I hate the pairing, but there's a lot more reasons, trust me on that. That's pretty much the main reason I can think of that I hate them, because it's not a healthy relationship. It's really not, if you look at it in retrospect. So that's all I got for this rant. Froggy and Kitty. Bye.